Okay, it's been 2 months since I filmed a tag, and tags are one of my favorite videos. I've been trying to figure out time to like plan and like look at tags and do certain ones first and everything like that. I really want to do a couple really great representation tags, the diversity tag. Those tags take a lot more thought, and I don't have any thought right now. There's no thought. So I'm going to be looking at my phone to see some recent tags that I've been tagged in, because there will most likely be wintry, Christmassy tags, and I'm gonna do, hopefully, 2 tags. Sweet, I found one. Sarcasm and sci-fi. Sam, you never let me down with tags. I hope I can always do the same for you, except for the last 2 months where I didn't tag anyone or do any tags. But apart from that, I hope we can keep jiving because we always have a great tag relationship. Sam tagged me in the Christmas tree tag. I will have Sam's channel linked down below, as well as Bookish L. She is the creator of the tag, and this tag seems super fun and super cute. And Bookish L, you sweet Christmas elf, it only has 5 questions. Let's do this. Question 1, tree skirt. Starting at the bottom, a book you told yourself you'd read this year, but it stayed at the bottom of your TBR pile. That could almost be any book on this bottom shelf. The fact that I haven't read this book yet is really upsetting me. I've been so excited to read this book. I haven't watched the movie because I wanted to read this book first, but I very much so want to read it, and that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I have heard amazing things about this book. It has a girl named Star who lives in a predominantly black, less affluential neighborhood and goes to a preparatory school. She finds herself constantly having to coat turn, and while hanging out with one of her best friends who is also black, they are pulled over and he is shot. Now, that's not a spoiler because that is a huge part of this book and its storyline. I believe there are trigger warnings for gun violence and death, and part of the reason I have held off on reading this book is because her best friend dies, and I am not really in a place to read a book that deals with that subject. I feel that this book is so different from my experience that I should be able to pull away from it. I just have been nervous to start it. But this is a book that has been on my TBR for a very long time, and I will not take it off because I do intend to read it. 2, string the lights. Oh, so pretty. Show a pile of colorful spines. Oh, you're gonna make me do art now. Okay. I feel like just holding up these is kind of like cheating, so I will find a different set. We'll get like a wintry vibe. Okay. Well, it said colorful, and this is a color, so I'm doing something. I have all of these blue books. I don't know. The moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, blue. I just kept on adding blue. These are all very different, vibrant blues. It feels very wintry, and this is a wintry tag, so this is fine. Popcorn garland. I just did that for Yule. It was so much fun. I hung it up outside, and a whole bunch of birds fought over it. It wasn't as graceful as I thought it would be. They usually do fine. This year they did not. They wanted to kill each other. Popcorn garland. Don't eat too many. A book that left you salty, annoyed at the end. Alright, so I actually did like this ending, but I felt that it didn't have as much purpose, and it kind of undermined the entire back storyline. If you've read this book, you'll probably understand it has to do with a death that happens at like the very end of the book. And that's in Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I obviously, since it's the very end and it's the death, can't tell you who dies, why, or why I hated it, but I can say it irked me after a while. The death itself was super cool. I was like, very dead. But then I was like, but wait, if that person's dead, then what happens next? So this is a book I'm a bit salty about the ending. Good ending, but was it? I don't know. 4, ornaments. Careful, they're fragile. A book with a shattering, surprising plot twist or reveal. So, I was actually pretty dang impressed with this plot twist. It changed my perspective and messed me up a little bit. I don't have the physical copy. I listened to it on audiobook, but it was Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. Obviously, I can't announce the plot twist. It's the 3rd in the series, so I can't explain what the book's about. All I can say is, if you did not like Siege and Storm, keep reading to Ruin and Rising, because half of my complaints in Siege and Storm made sense in Ruin and Rising, which is great because I like wanted to DNF Siege and Storm at the beginning. Let's keep going. 5, which is the last in this one, is Star Toppers. A 5-star book you read this year. I have a 6-star book I read this year, and that was Wondersmith, The Calling of Morrigan Crow. I'm going to keep mentioning this book because it's really important that you read this series. I don't care that it's middle grade. I don't care that you're an adult, that you're too cool for school. Read this book. Read this series. Start with Nevermore, end with Wondersmith. I need the next one. I can't even stand the fact that I have to wait for the third book. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself except for do tags and complain about it and talk about this book. If you want me to shut up about this book, put in the comments down below that you've read it, and don't be lying because I'll know. And with that, that's the end of this tag. Because it was so short and I'm really relying on my editing skills because I'm at 13 minutes without editing, I'm gonna see if I can find another tag that's in the same wheelhouse. I love that people are still tagging me despite the fact that I haven't done a tag in 2 months because that gives me hope. I just found out that today Madison Mary at Princess of Paperback tagged me in the Joy of Christmas tag, and so I'm definitely gonna do this one because it matches up with the one I just did perfectly. The original creator of this tag is none other than Sam's Nonsense. I absolutely love her content, so I'm happy to do her tag. The first question in this tag is anticipation. The Christmas excitement is real. What book releases are you most anticipating? Okay, this one I know immediately is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Nikolai is the light of my life, and he's getting his own book. So I am super excited for King of Scars to come out. I think it comes out really soon too. January? Is it January? Christmas songs and carols. What book or author can you not help but sing its praises? If you've been on my channel long enough, you know that Maggie Stiefvater, the author of the Ravencycle series, is my all-time favorite author, but I do have 2 new authors that I absolutely love and enjoy. Since I just brought up Wondersmith, I will also bring up Laini Taylor. She is the author of Strange the Dreamer series, as well as other series that I have not read yet. She is a new favorite of mine. I absolutely loved her writing, and as it says singing praises, her writing is absolutely lyrical. She's also why I have these butterfly clips, because I cosplayed Sarai from the Strange the Dreamer series, ended up with all these butterfly clips scattered around my house. Next up, Gingerbread House. I actually have a gingerbread candle right now, and it smells so good. I know you can't see me because I'm not in focus, but I might like have to go get a cookie in the middle of doing this tag. What book or series has wonderful world building? You know, I have 2 authors for this one because that's just who I am. The first one, I have to give it up for Leigh Bardugo. She can create a fascinating world. Even when I'm not super psyched on her main characters, I can fall back into this world very easily. The Grishaverse is a strong and compelling one. I absolutely love the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom duology. Overall, she just knows what she's doing when she's world building. It's just beautiful. I just read this book, and while it takes place in pretty much 2 central locations, I was very impressed with how much I understood of this world and its magic system and how its politics worked without me having to have a lot of exposition thrown in. It was just seamlessly inserted into the story, and I really enjoyed that. 4. A Christmas Carol. Favorite classic or one that you would want to read? So one of the classics I really want to read but haven't read since I was young is the Jungle Book. Jungle Book is one of my all-time favorite classics. I really want to get the illustrated edition. I think that that would be a very fun reading experience, so that's what I'm going to go with for now. Christmas Sweets. What book would you love to receive for Christmas? I have received so many amazing books for Christmas. I'm not asking for another dang book. There is also a list of my winter goal list because I will be reading those books that I got this Christmas for my entire winter TBR. Check that out. I'm not asking for any more books. I'm totally covered. Santa can skip my house. Now I have chocolate everywhere. I know, I make bad decisions sometimes, but when it comes to cookies, that's just how it goes. 6 is Candles in the Window. What book gives you the warm, fuzzy feelings? I promise I won't bring up Wondersmith in the same tag twice. I'm going to go with The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This book was absolutely adorable. It was stunning. It was told like a story by the hearth, and I was completely smitten with it. While it did take me until I got to the end of the book to truly appreciate it, in reflecting back, it gives me those warm and fuzzy feelings. I absolutely loved Furion, the tiny dragon. So many of the characters were absolutely wonderful, and the concept of their world was so different and so creative that I have to hand it off to Kelly Barnhill. She creates a very fuzzy story. 7. Trees and Decorations. What are some of your favorite book covers? Oh, I got a few. I think everyone who has these copies will probably bring them up, so I'm sorry if you've watched this tag a million times and you're seeing the Illuminate Crate versions of the Strange the Dreamer set. Look at these. They are freaking gorgeous. There is someone out there that loves me because these exist. And then besides those special editions, I have the 10th anniversary edition of Name of the Wind. This is what finally got me to read it, along with very persistent messages from Rachel Marie. Oh my god, and it has sprayed red edges. I just Who's not gonna read that? Then the final question is Christmas joy. What are some of your favorite things about Christmas and or some of your favorite Christmas memories? Some of my favorite things about Christmas is honestly just like the atmosphere and the joy that's brought into it. Even though like Christmas is not my first major main holiday, I love the vibe that it brings out in people. Apart from like how it gets politicized and all of that stuff. That stuff's yucky. But I like how people are just nice. One of my favorite Christmas memories is honestly when I started getting to have Christmas with my little sister. I always enjoyed waking up Christmas morning, running out of my bed, and waking my parents up. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. They were very pissed, and I was sent back to bed. However, when I got my little sister, I gained the ultimate Christmas sidekick. She is a Christmas fiend, and we really do jive together around the Christmas season. With me always trying to open presents and her always trying to wrap them, it just always works out. When I have Christmas with my sister, I rush into her room very early in the morning, I shake her awake, her eyes blaze open, she looks disoriented, and then she smiles and we rush out, and together we run into my parents' room and jump on their bed and wake them up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is a really nice compromise. They don't seem to realize that, but it's true. And that is one of my ultimate favorite Christmas memories. Every Christmas I get to spend with my little sister, because it actually feels like a legitimate early morning Christmas. I'm gonna cry. I miss my little sister. This took a weird turn. Hold on, I need to finish my cookie. Anyway, my Christmases with my little sister and getting to wake up early are really great. That is the end of this tag. I completed 2 tags, so I have broke my rut as far as tags go. I'm just gonna upload them together. I think it should be fairly short. Oh, I have to tag people. Okay, I have been watching a lot of new channels lately and I'm really enjoying them, so I'm going to tag some new people I'm enjoying. First, I'm going to tag Jamie at Jamie Reads. I have really enjoyed her channel. She is so sassy and fun. She's also really sweet. I highly recommend you check her out. Jamie, you are tagged in this tag. I think it would be really fun to do either of the tags or both of them together. They were both really fun, and the first one's so short that you really could fit 2 tags in. Then I'm going to tag Sierra at Slowpoke Reads. She's one of my new favorites. I am so enjoying Sierra. Her entire concept of her channel is based around Pokemon, which, I mean, I love Pokemon. Definitely tagging Sierra at Slowpoke Reads. Her channel is wonderful. Sierra, you are tagged. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you're enjoying the sun or more stars wherever you are, and until next time, bye! Towards the end I was fine, but it doesn't matter because I'm not doing a book review on Siege and Storm. Starlight, Shine Bright. A 5-star book you I almost said read tonight. Guess I'm in the mood for rhymes. Hurry! My hair is kind of driving me crazy, but I can't find a freaking pin anywhere. It doesn't even match at all. Okay. Focus. Focus. Get in there. That's what she said. Sorry if I'm randomly eating a cookie while I answer questions. I'll try not to chew and talk at the same time. I didn't realize how awkward it would be to eat on camera. Just the silence of it. Why would pulling 1 book out make 3 fall? Push. Also what she said, but in a very different context. Nobody wishes you any of your other holidays besides around the Christmas season, so I'm gonna get on a rant there. Never mind.